Welcome once again to today's presentation. The topic for today is how to score big in business. For every entrepreneur, in as much as we start small, we have that burning desire to grow big, to expand, to dominate the market. And if you are such kind of an entrepreneur with such an ambition, this is the right presentation for you, because I will be sharing with you the universal secret to scale up any kind of a business you can imagine. It's a universal. I will be sharing with you the universal principles to scale any type of a business. So this is Chenjerai Mukandona, the presenter. I am a business coach. So let us begin. To scale up anything, you require three basic things. And I'm saying basic because these are very basic. There is nothing new from these three things: speed, leverage, and margin. So in this presentation, I will be expanding these components and break them down for you so that you can appropriately assimilate the significant aspects which underline this secret. Now, before we begin, let me just say this presentation is an extract from my book, 4 Keys to Democratize Prosperity in Africa. And it's a must book read. It's a must read book for aspiring entrepreneurs, for policymakers, and all those people who have desire to democratize prosperity in Africa. Now go back to our presentation. We have said speed, leverage, and margin. So this is how it works. When our businesses grow with speed, we attract better people. That is the leverage. So we can create more margin to reinvest into the business. So reinvesting into the business from the profits that we have obtained is what we call organic growth, right? So organic growth is less expensive as compared to other form of growth. So how do we build speed? Growing fast involves 3 core pillars. The first pillar of speed is the market. Someone may ask, Chenjerai, how do we ensure we are in the correct market? This is an amazing question, right? Because I've seen as a business coach that many people are building organizations without business, and hence they just operate briefly and shut down. The challenge is that their organization had no market to serve, or there was no profit that was coming into their organization. So it was an organization without a business. For us to have a market, we want the following. There should be a need or a problem, right? People in that market, there must be a need, a particular need, or a problem that you need to solve for them. But then again, it's not enough for them to have that need. They also need to have money, right? Are they able to pay for the solutions that you are offering, right? Can they afford to pay you, right? So it means not all opportunities are opportunities. Not all opportunities are opportunities. Some opportunities, some ideas have got a market opportunity, but do not have a business opportunity. So when we say a market opportunity, we are saying, yes, there is a need, and people really need that solution. But there is no business opportunity, because in as much as people need that solution, they cannot afford to pay for that solutions, right? So we then move on to the second pillar of speed, which is marketing. And there are two types of marketing that you need to engage: the inbound and the outbound. The inbound marketing will requires you to build a fan base, right? Like in this age of technology, the fourth industrial revolution, now we see people creating content on social media. They are using social media marketing, right, to engage with people, with customers and potential clients, to identify leads and to make offers. So what we need to do is to be very active in terms of social media marketing, creating content, educating people. This will enable you to build trust. Trust is key in business. Then outbound marketing, which involves going to our customers. It means we have to physically go to our customers. It means we have to locate. Location is very important in terms of distribution. So in this case, you need to identify a place where there is high foot traffic, a place which is convenient for people to buy from you, right? So that will be outbound marketing, where you advertise, you put the nice structures, the branding, and all those physical appearances, right? Then you also need to, it matters how much of our growth comes from inbound and outbound marketing. You must be able to take matrix on which of these two is bringing more people, more customers, or more business, and you invest more in that pipeline, right? If it's outbound marketing, it means you need to open more stores, more to identify more areas that you can put those. If it's inbound, it means you need to expand your social media engagement. So it's very important to put resources where they are most profitable. The final pillar of speed is sales, the process of converting attention into cash. Sales does not stop after the first sale is made, right? So every time we repeat the process to an existing customer, there is another sale happening. So marketing is not just enough. We need to be able to convert that attention, that desire, into actual purchase, right? So what it means is you need a very good sales team to do the job, right? Now we know the three pillars of speed: the market, the marketing, and sales. But how do we maximize their effectiveness? Right. So when you position your business for speed with these three pillars, you now need to leverage. So how do we leverage? There are three areas in which we can leverage our business to scale fast and profitably. The first is product. How good is it? Does it have a cutting edge against our competitors in the market? The better the product, the better our reputation, the more leverage we gain. So a good product, people can actually recommend to their friends, family and friends, a good product. So a good product can sell itself. So it's very important that you do some quality controls, right, on your product, not just to sell some dodgy product, right? The second area of leverage is systems. Make things happen without needing our involvement. Make these processes perfectly repeatable with technology and automation. So we are saying power to the system. So the systems differentiate between a self-employed person and an entrepreneur. A self-employed person is the one who is the business, meaning that he is the system. Without him, the business cannot function. So, but an entrepreneur is the person who owns the business. You put systems that run the business. It means the business can continue to create value and capture value even in his absence. So you need to put in place the systems that can run the business. So in this age of technology and automation, make sure that you hire experts who can help you to put proper systems that can run your business. The third area of leverage is the people, high quality people working cohesively, grows our bandwidth and capability. So you need to have people, great people to work for you. So people can be categorized into three components: values, ability, and skill. So you start with values. Do these people have the right values to work in your organization? So in terms of their personality, are they not suffering from personality defects? Because if they have got some personality issues, they will not be able to produce value, because people with the personality challenges do not work well with others. But for you to do well in your business, you need people who are good at working well with others, people who are easy to correct, people who are easy to instruct, people who can complete what they've started. Right. Then the second aspect is the ability. You need people with the ability. Right. Unfortunately, ability are sometimes hereditary. They are inborn. We are born with ability. If, like example, an athlete, some people have got that ability in terms of their body structure. You see. So if somebody lacks that ability, training is unnecessary. Training is unnecessary. I want to repeat that. If you want to train someone who lacks the ability, you will be wasting your resources. So the last thing that you need to look when hiring people is the skill. The skills are learnable. We can teach. If we just identify someone with an ability, we can then teach them to do the things that we want them to do. right? So this one is very important. So product, systems, and people is the leverage that you need. Then the last aspect is the margin. Margin analysis is key because we are going to measure the performance of our businesses using marginal analysis. So in this case, gross profit margin, right? So we control this with pricing, volumes, and cost of goods sold. So for you to be able to increase your margins, the gross profit margins, you can look into pricing, volumes, and COGS, cost of goods sold. Here is how. You have to ask yourself these questions. Are you able to sell the same volume at an increased price? If yes, then increase the price, right? So you can increase the gross profit margin by simply increasing the price. Then another question that you can ask is, do we have enough volume to exceed our fixed expenses? If not, increase volume. So for you to be able to cover the fixed expenses, sometimes you need to sell more, right? To sell more so that you can be able to cover those fixed expenses, to sell more volumes. Then playing with COGS can be interesting. The bigger you get, the more you can influence cost and general economies of scale. So economies of scale is the ability to produce at a lower cost, at a very low cost. So large scale production, right, tend to lower the cost of production. So if you are able to produce at a lower cost, it means you are able to charge lower prices than those of your competitors. Another point is that it will be hard for someone new to come in and compete, because you are literally able to do the same thing, but to do the same thing as them, but cheaper. So if you have the advantages of economies of scale and the ability to influence cost, you'll be able to outclass other competitors. This is why you see in the fast food industry, new entrants want to copy and to compete with Chicken Inn, but eventually they will fail, because they will not be able to enjoy the economies of scale that Chicken Inn is enjoying. So Chicken Inn can afford to sell at a market price, but they can reduce their the cost of production, whereas the new entrant will be forced to sell at a market price, but will not be able to control the cost, right? So at a higher cost, they will eventually, their margins will become too small, and eventually they will be pushed out of the business, right? So in summary, to scale up anything, we do require speed, leverage, and margins. They each in turn feed into each other to create a rolling snowball, what we call the flywheel effect. So keep this framework in mind. While these principles are arguably basic, they are also foundational. So it means these are the foundation for any business. If you follow these principles, they represent the foundation of any businesses. As many wise people have told me, we often need to be reminded more than we are taught. So the purpose of this presentation was not to teach you, but just to remind you of these basic principles, so that you can appropriately assimilate these simple basic principles. If you apply them accordingly, you will never go wrong. So this is Chenjera Mkandona, the author of 4 Keys to Democratize Prosperity in Africa. It's a book that I'm sharing with the aspiring entrepreneurs and even entrepreneurs for free for a while. So if you need a copy, just WhatsApp me on this WhatsApp number. I will forward the book to you. Otherwise, I wish you the best in your business endeavors.